So I'm going to share my screen. I hope you people are able to see my screen. Are you people able to see my
Very well.
Wow, that is wonderful. Okay, the first thing you will need to do, as I had told you on Saturday, is that you needed to download the TradingView app. This is one of the apps that are needed in technical analysis. Yeah, there are other different apps that you can use for technical analysis. There is the one called Fastbull. There are those that you can use on the exchange you are trading on. You get, but as a trader, most traders and most successful traders, they use TradingView because of the tools, the interface, the flexibility. It is more flexible than any other apps. You get, so this is the first thing that you will need to have in what. Then you will have to create an account. This is my account. I use it for forex trading. This one I just put it as features to be checking on to. Yeah, so I want to mentor you people just like in, okay, starting from the lowest level. I will assume that we have all started. I will assume we have all started. I know some of you are able to trade. Like I was told, Mirabeau is able to trade, but I want us to start afresh. So the first thing you need to do is you have to get your app. You download. To those who are using a laptop, you can use it. You can use it. Is more better on a website. Yeah, there is the app for the laptop, the application of the laptop. But it is when you're using a laptop, it is better use the web. It is more flexible. So the first thing you will have to you create the account. You tap sign in. It is more better when you you just tap Google, create with Google. Here is the Google. You tap Google, then you tap create with Google. So I have here my 3 accounts. So this is one of my accounts. This is one of my accounts. So this one specifically, I created it for crypto. Yeah, I like separating crypto from forex because it is very hard to keep the same issues on one account. For example, if I have here, let me just illustrate for you. Let me illustrate for you here. Just in case, if I have here the forex pair, if I have there the forex pair and then here the crypto pair, it will be of great interference to me. Why? Because I will keep changing what is happening here and what is happening here over time. So it could be a kind of distraction to me. So that's why I like separating. If I'm going to trade the forex, I have the forex pairs on a different account. If I'm going to trade the futures, I will have the futures on the what. So after you've created your account, it is of disadvantage that right now when you create a new account, they will just see the first thing you will see. You will not have the ability to create these folders like before. It will be what you will just find the first symbols. They will just be like arranged below in such kind of way, but you will not be able to separate such way. But there's no problem with that, as long as you are able to access the assets you want to analyze. You will just but if you have a paid trading view, if you pay for it, you will be able to create playlists. They call the watch list. It is not playlists. Playlists are things like songs and videos. So you will be able to create watch lists to watch. For example, if I want to analyze I want to analyze the whole market of crypto, I will have to focus on this thing, as I shared with you, that we shall be going deeper into this. You get? So I'm able to separate, I am able to create here a watch list of the essential, this issue that you are seeing analyzes all the crypto market. It is through this that actually me personally I'm able to tell where the whole crypto market is facing, and it is bias and story. You get? So from there, we are going to open the charts. This I have ever shared before. I'm going to clear off everything on my chart. I told you that we are starting afresh. So when you open your chart, these are among the first thing you will see. Let me go on the daily. These are among, sorry, I'm using this, which is quite new to everyone. This one is quite new to everyone. So I'm going to go to the other which are common. Yeah, royal queue. I think I'm going to use Ethereum. So the first thing you'll see when you open your chart, you will see a plain chart, empty like this. But when you have just created an account, you will always see here the volume sticks. Of course, you are able. I think let me just demonstrate for you, and see if it does give the volume indicator. This is the first thing you will see. You will see this when you yeah. I hope you are seeing this.
Yes.
So that is when you have just created your account, this will come along. This is an indicator of volume. This is an indicator of volume. But I told you, me personally, I'm a trader who doesn't use indicators. I don't use indicators at all. And I will advise you, if you are going to learn from me, you should ditch indicators. You should totally ditch indicators, because indicators will really be of, okay, to me they are noise. They are noise. I don't know how. Indicators are noise to me. So you need to have a clear chart that you are going to be reading raw price action, and I'm going to be guiding you into all that. So the first thing after opening your account, you need to set up your account. And I just I'm teaching you first the basics of what of trading view. That is called the introduction into charting. So you need to set up your trading view. How do you want to see them? On the other account of mine, for me, I like using black and green candles. You get? Yes, right now the candles you are able to see, they are what? They are red candles, this one, and they are green candles. You get? That is not bad. Everybody has what resonates with them. Why is it that people change candles? Sometimes you change candles based on what resonates with you. You see, when you are trading, you are okay. There is what we call the psychology of trading. In psychology of trading, your mind is also engaged. And once you are being, there are people who react by color. When they see a color that does not appease them, they even don't have morale. Even when they are analyzing, they won't have that thing, that morale to engage, to be what. So some people, they tend to change the candle colors, and this is how you change the candle colors. You just tap the bodies of the candle twice. You get? Then after it will show up, and you are able to what? You tap on what? Symbol. I hope you see that part. Are you seeing this part of symbol? You get? That is the first thing. That is in case you want to change your chart colors. And then you will see here, because candles have what we call the body. They have the borders, then they have the wicks. You get? So those are the only things you can change, and for me, I'm willing to change. So I will change the body like this one to, I will leave it to green. Then this I will change it to black, because I told you I prefer black. What? I will just change this slide to what? I want you to what? So that this is just an intro to chatting, to how you engage, because some people ask you, how do you change your candles? How do you what? So for me, I prefer using this kind of what? Of candles. Then if I come to borders, you get, this is the border. I will also change it to the colors I prefer. I will change it to the colors I prefer. I prefer this borders to be also black. And then this, I prefer it to be dark green. So then I will come to the wicks. I will come to the wicks. Hope you guys are following me. I hope you people are following me. Please, this is part of
Yes, yes, yes,
this
yes, yes,
part
yes.
of education. Yeah, this part of education. I told you that we are in spite that you may be knowing, there are those who already are aware of trading and they know how to do this and every other issue. But I want to start from the lowest level, from someone who has come newly into trading, and how he should understand. This thing should be familiar to him before we can go into concepts which are more, they are more bigger than this. Yeah. So the weeks I can also change the weeks. Then I hope you have seen the part of the week. So I will tap, I will change the weeks I want to see. Get? I'll keep it at the what? At the, yeah, I will keep the weeks at this what? At this color. Let me slightly what? Yeah, let me keep them there, you see? I hope you see my charts have changed. Are we together? Are we together?
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
please.
Yeah, so from from there, I hope you are seeing these small squares in the what? You get those small squares. Of course, some they may not want to change it. Some may say it is not necessary. But to me, I just want to clear them off. I will still double tap. Then I will go to the scale. I hope you people you are with me. I'll go to canvas. Someone is having echoes, please, you can mute. So I will change the background to a color that I want to change the background. I choose the color that suits me. Let me use gradient. Yeah. So I think solid is more better. If it fails, then I can see what? Think let me. So I think this may not work, but to those people who will be wanting to have a different what you just see, it's just a matter of what. So I'm going to keep it at none. So I want to remove the squares what. Then after I can start with the candlestick. The vertical. Yeah, so that is the first thing that what I think. Let me leave this because it's so that is I've managed to do that. So once you open your chart like this and you have been able, you have customized the candles that you want. There are two things that you see on this chart. First thing is what? It is the x-axis. This is the x-axis, the one that you are seeing here down. Are you seeing this downer part? This is the x-axis that keeps time in recording. This is October, this is November, this is December, this is what? 2026. You get into a new year. So you should keep an eye on this. This is my time frame. I have opened a chart of daily. You get? And what does this indicate when I've opened the word? If I open my chart to the daily, meaning every candlestick that you see on this chart, it represents that it took a day to formulate each and every candlestick that you see on the chart. You get? You get? So if you go down to the 4 hours, if I go down to the 4 hours, me and as you see, this is my 4 hours. You get? It is indicating every candle that has already closed that you see on this chart. It took 4 hours to formulate. This candle took 4 hours. Of course, because of the spacing, I will have to jump. This candle took 4 hours, no matter the size. You get? Every candle on this chart, it took 4 hours to formulate. You get? No matter the size, whether it is too small like this one, it took 4 hours to formulate. You get? So that is what it is. It indicates. Sorry, let me remove that. I hope you are able to see that. So every candle that you see here, since I am in the 4 hours, every candle you see, any candle, as long as I'm on the 4 hours, it is indicating that it took 4 hours to what? To formulate. It is the same thing when I go to the what? To the 1 hour. If I go to the 1 hour, I'm just doing this to illustrate to you. So when I am on 1 hour, it also indicates the same. Every candle that you see, it took 1 hour to formulate. Sorry for that. Every candle that you see, it took 4 hours to formulate. No matter the height and the size, it still means the same. That every candle you are seeing, it took how many? 1 hour to formulate. Why? It is because I am in what? I am in 1 hour. What happens when you go to the 1 minute? When you go to 1 minute, the story doesn't change. Let me just refresh. The story doesn't change. When I'm on 1 minute, which is this, hope you see there. So that one indicates even this one is going to take 1 minute to form. You get? So every candle that you see here, it took 1 minute to formulate. You get? So that is the meaning of time frame. So price is fractal. You get? In other words, the same structure that you see on the 1 day can still happen on 1 minute. You get? The same structure that you see on a 4 hours can still be formed on 1 minute. You get? Because it is the 1 minute time frame that feeds the what? That feeds the daily time frame. Why? Because every daily time frame has multiple, if not millions or thousands of 1 minute candles. You get? So it is the same if you go to 1 second. Let me see if they can accept me to 1 second. I see 10 seconds. Let me use the 10 second. 10 second has failed because this is not a paid trading view. But I hope we are still together. Also, the 45 seconds has failed. But I hope you people you understood what I wanted to bring in. Yeah. But what I wanted to bring in is that every candle that you see, be it on 1 minute, if the time frame is 1 second, meaning every candle you see on that chart of 1 second took 1 second to be formed. If the what, even if you go to a 1 year time frame, it also indicates. Let me try and see if this chart has 1 year. 1 year. It has 1 year. I hope you see here 12 months. please, you should, I hope you see that is 12 month. So when I tap to 12 month, it will take me to the 12 month time frame, meaning our asset that we are seeing above, I hope you see our asset, it is Ethereum perpetual. In crypto trading, futures what? Futures trading is called what? It's called perpetuals. These are contracts that unending, they are continuous. You get? But the real futures trading, the real true futures trading, by the way, it is not for crypto. The real futures trading, it is like I'm just giving an illustration. In forex, we have what we call forex, which is foreign exchange. Then we have what we call forex futures. And these futures are only traded on one exchange. They are not like the brokers like the XNS, you see the what? No, they are only traded on one exchange, which is the USA exchange called the Chicago what? The Chicago exchange in the Wall Street. You get? So you should understand that. So we just keep calling them futures. Of course that's what the name it has been used for, but these are perpetual contracts that are unending. You get? We are that unending. So on this contract we see Ethereum. It is our time period is what? Is 1 full year, which is 12 months. So meaning every candle that you see here took how many? It took a 1 year. It took a period of 1 year to be formed. Every candle, of course, you see there. Let me just count them with the lighter. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Meaning Ethereum has took 6 years on what? On the futures contract. Yeah, there are some assets that first start with spot. There are some assets that start with the spot before they what? Before they go to futures. So you can find that a token or a crypto coin started. It started like 7 years ago, but it was listed on the futures what? After 1 year, you get, based on how they what. So that's why you see when you are going to trade futures what, you should always be careful with the asset what. I hope you see here every coin that I've listed, it has the symbol P. Every coin you are seeing, why is it that it has letter P? Because I want to focus on the futures. You get? And let me give you an illustration. Just what? But however, I can still look for this thing, for this BTC without a P, and that is always the spot. Let me show you BTC. This is how I will tap add symbol. Then I will type in BTC USD. You get? So you see, if I add in this thing, and then of course you look for the exchange you are trading. If you are trading on Binance, always look for what? For the Binance. Always look for the Binance what? So I'm going to add this one of Binance. I'm adding this of, yeah, it has been added. Let me go back to mine. Hope we are together.
Sorry, Nastrik. Can I ask a quick question?
Yeah, you can ask the question.
Why are you not taking BTC USDT?
Sorry, you're right. You know, I've been used with USD when I'm trading forex. So I was used with USD. So it is not. But it is not so big difference. It is not a so big difference. Sometimes actually, if I'm trading what, I can make a mistake and I still use USD. Why? Because they all move in the same what. Just accept me to refresh my what. it is not so much different. It is just within the same what. I'm going to bring all both together and we shall see BTC USD, BTC USDT. This is USDT. So I'm going to add the what, and then let me search for the USD, the Binance USD. Yeah, so let me go back to let me put them up so that we can compare with the one already on top. So I hope you are now seeing my screen very well. I'm going to clear what? Hope you see.
Yes, we see.
I hope you see that the price difference is not so much big. So the perpetual is the one more, it goes ahead and sometimes it comes what? Behind very fast. You get? Are you seeing the USDT and the USD flat that there's not so much big difference? You get?
Yes.
Meaning
Yes.
You are still within what? Because by the time you will pick a trade, you will pick a trade when price has already changed. Whether you use the USDT or what, but it is always better when you are now trading on Binance or what, on a crypto what, you use USDT. However, when we are trading in Forex, because also Bitcoin is traded in Forex, they use USD, you get? But it is not so much different because this USD, the USD theta is what makes it crypto a stable coin, you get? But this stable coin all imitate the US what? It all imitate the US dollar. So whatever you see in the US dollar, it is just within what? You get? So whatever you see the USDT is just trying to imitate the US dollar. So it is not so much different. What is more different is always the futures contract. You get? Why? Because in futures contract, you are trying, you are trading in it, should I say, you are trying to predict where price will go. You get? So sometimes that's why you see the futures, what will be either ahead, if in case it is predicting a long, and it will be backward if in case the trader is predicting short. You get? I hope you are trying to understand my words. Futures
Can you take that again,
contract.
please?
Okay, let me pardon. The futures contract you see here, futures means you are trading a token, speculating the futures price. You're trading in a certain token. You are speculating that this coin may go high or it may go low within a future price. So always this thing, always when Bitcoin is going high, the price of Bitcoin will always lead the price of the spot. And in case the trader is predicting a short or price is going low, the price of Bitcoin will always lead the price of the spotting token. Are you understanding something on that? Why? Because futures perpetuals, these perpetuals or futures, you are trying to predict price. For example, price may still be at 40K now. An illustration, I'm not meaning, I'm giving an example. The price of Bitcoin may be 40K, but you are only predicting that this coin is going to reach 80K. On spot, it is still 40. But you are predicting that this coin is going to reach 80K. Meaning, the futures contract should be ahead of the real price at the spot wallet, at the spot market. You get now? And the vice versa to what? To someone who is shorting. You get? Am I clear? Are you getting something?
Yes,
Anyway,
yes, I get that.
If you don't get, we are
Maybe
still
those
together.
maybe those who have been trading for,
Yeah,
they'll
don't worry.
probably still get.
I'm going to clear off this. So I'm going to be. Let me use Ethereum USDT, is which I want to start by using to analyze, so that we shall follow together. So it is not so much different what. So that's why whenever you see a chart that has been analyzed on USD, don't, it is not so a big gap. It is not so a big gap. I hope you even see on this, if you can see very well that the price of Ethereum is not so much different from the upper one. This is perpetual and this is just spot. Get? So you should not feel so what. There is always a difference, but it is not always so huge and so large. So after I've explained to you, I was trying to explain to you that every contract you are seeing here, every candle that you see here, since we are on a 1 year time frame, it only indicates that every candle took 1 year to be formed. This was the first year, this was the second year, meaning the first year it was bullish, the second year it was bearish, the third year it was indecisive. In other words, it was indecision. It was not bullish, it was not also bearish. It was just there, consolidation. Then the fourth year, sorry, my pen, my digital pen had failed to draw. That's why I've been struggling. So the fourth year it was a bullish, fifth year it was a bullish. Now this is what they tell you: the bear season came in. This was a bearish year. Then the next year it was bullish. Yeah, I'm just saying bullish. This year now we are still not what. I hope you see the kind of this year. It has not yet closed. But of course, according to what you are hearing from there, it is that this year it is what? This year it is bullish. You get? We shall all know that by technical analysis and by what? You get? By practice. So I'm going to go back to my daily. I like a daily time frame, because if you are going to be a day trader, you spend more times on the daily and the 4 hours. Hope we are together. I don't like seeing this square. Please just give me time. I don't like seeing these squares on my chart. Please just give me time to set them. Then we shall progress very well. Don't like seeing those lines. So just be patient with me. I hide them. Yeah, this none. I think they have left. Yeah, they are now clear. You see, my chart now is very clear, no square as before. Very clear. Yeah, I like trading when I'm using raw price action, just as you see this. You get? So as I had explained that since we are on the daily time frame, it took 1 day. It took 1 day. It has come here down. It took 1 day to form up that candle. Let me just bring it a bit higher there. So it took me 1 day to create each candle you see on this chart. You get? So that is the one thing you should understand. And then I told you that using the concept that I'm going to teach you, we always consider time. And then price. We consider time, then price. And I will be giving you all those illustrations. You always consider time or price. Who of you has ever went to the market in the night and the market is always for the day? Yes, I understand for you will say that crypto is 24/7 in 2020. What? Of course, we shall go deeper into the issue of time. But one thing you should know, that price reacts very heavily in time zones. You get? Price reacts very heavily in time zones. That's why you see even in the crypto, we have what we call the bear season and the bullish season. That's why they are telling you that we are now in the bull run. You get? Why? Because they count a season of what? 5 years. You get? Why? Because price reacts to time. That's why on every chart we have the time axis and the price axis. You get? I think since the daily is here, it may not give us the exact time. Let me just go on 1 hour. On 1 hour, let me go to 1 hour. Yeah, now 1 hour. At least you can see it. I hope you are seeing now the my chart. 1 hour.
Yes.
I hope you see time is it is part of the word. You get? So this time they play a very big and significant role in our trading what? In our trading career. As we are going to be pursuing this trading career, you should keep in mind that time is more important. Is more important in trading. You get? So you have to put into, of course, those issues. I will teach you how to be implementing them, and you will be surprised by the results you will be making in this crypto space. You get? Me personally, I've spent more time. Actually, most forex traders are this. Most people who implement time. If you have been there, you have heard of the London session. You get it? We shall all be implementing this to find London session, the New York session, you get it? The Asian session, you get it? Why is it that that what we have what, why is it that price reacts more on these sessions? Because always when you want price to move very high, you need liquidity, you get? And remember, banks close at a specific time and they open at a specific time. That's why you see when the London banks are opening, you will find too much liquidity. You will find that prices it is skyrocketing like nothing, and you're wondering, hey, what is happening? Why? Because the London banks have just opened, and now traders are withdrawing their money to put into crypto. They are withdrawing their money. Those who are what you get. The same thing will happen to what? The same thing will happen to the New York. You get? And the same thing will happen to Asia. But the most trends that happen, the biggest always happen around the London and the New York. You get? This is when heavy liquidities enter the market. You get? I will be teaching you all these issues. Why? Because these banks, they are conditioned to open at a particular time. Our brother here who has worked in the Bank of Nigeria, he can tell you that there are specific times the banks of Nigeria will open at a specific window. So by that time when they open, you find that the market will be so liquid. There will be so much money and the trends will be pure and clear. Unlike when the banks have closed, the market will be consolidating. And if you enter, it will surprise you the morning that you had predicted price to go here. They will open first, take you out, and then they go. You get it? I hope we are together. Are we getting what? So that's into their what? Into their systems. You get?
Okay.
So that's how smart money, because smart money, if you research about it, it has no specific person who originated it, but the large quantity of concept in it, it is from ICT, the inner cycle trader. You get?
Okay,
so,
I get.
So inner cycle trader is more precise than even the smart money concept. You get?
All right.
Yeah.
Okay. All right,
Yeah,
you.
but this is the strategy that I'm going to be I'm going to be teaching you. It is a profitable strategy. It is a strategy that you don't need to add on to anything. You don't need to add on to these indicators. You don't need to add on to support and resistance. Yes, every market has support and resistance, but the way this thing is utilized is that you are still trading support and resistance, but indirectly, not known. You get?
Okay,
Yeah, but it is a proper approach of price action with logic. You get? Not just gesture or what. You have
Okay.
logic onto what you are sharing. You get?
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
So let us meet tomorrow and we start and we start tomorrow with the candle anatomy. Yeah, that is it. Let's start from there tomorrow.
Okay. All right. All right. Thank you.
Okay. Otherwise, have a nice time.